I get the feeling watching Carlton, they're really close. I think they can contend quickly, but they're still miles away at the same time.
They've got a guy flying at full forward winning the Coleman medal. They've got a guy flying in Sam Walsh through the midfield, yet...
Wiedering's flying.
So they've got 3 stars. It's right through. Backline, midfield, forward, yet all around them, they're falling down.
You can't ask more of Wiedering and Jones at the moment, and you couldn't have asked more from McKay and Betts, and you can't need 22 things to go right to win.
I don't care what system you're putting in place. If you've got players that can't execute a simple turning of the head, which is the #1 rule for defenders in that situation, to know what's around you, well then, I mean, how can you lay the blame at David Teague's feet?
Kev, this is unforgivable.
This is unforgivable, exactly, Gary. And, you know, I look at this, and this is why I don't think Carlton are that far away. These are fixable issues.
So we've said to our members quite openly from the beginning of this year, we're not in the race for silverware this year, unlikely next, but from 23 on, if we've got this right, we're in for another decade of very good competitive football.
What is his mummy being mummy? Like, he's a bit reckless, a bit clumsy.
Well, that's OK, but Merritt's being Merritt. He's on the bottom of the pack. He needs some protection.
If you want to protect the head, the next part that we're protecting is the spine.
He's played 150 games and never won a final before, so I think he'd be asking himself that question. But I think...
What, do you think Essendon's the right club for him?
Yes, I think it is. If he wants to be in a top 4 side next year, well, Essendon's not the place to be.
So let's play with a little bit of that, shall we, Robbo? Patrick Cripps remains Carlton's top contract priority.
No, that's an overreaction. No, the #1 bowler, absolutely, in my opinion, is Harry McKay. Absolutely, and they're coming for him. A few clubs inquired last year. I've spoken to one of those clubs, and they're going to go again. They're already going again, Jared. You know, they believe he's going to stay, but they're in there talking to the manager, just trying to find out is there any possibility. Harry McKay's #1, and Sam Walsh is contracted, so that makes Patrick Cripps priority #2.
Is there a salary cap squeeze at Carlton?
I'll put it to you this way. Do you think there's a salary cap squeeze at Carlton?
I don't know, but if there is, God, they haven't achieved anything yet.
How can they have a squeeze? How can they possibly have a squeeze?
So I would hope that they have a poultice of money for both of these players, and that was always their planning. Their problem is because they've paid so much to the players that they've brought in, they have actually set a standard where Cripps has... It doesn't matter whether you think Cripps is out of form or finished or whatever. He has to be paid above Zach Williams.
Of course he does.
It's not even a debate.
I know I'm a romantic about football, but suddenly the Patrick Cripps debate has become all about dollars, right, and his performance as a player. Patrick Cripps is more than that. He's the captain of the Carlton Football Club, Patrick Cripps. And if you've ever had an opportunity to speak to Cripps about what the Carlton Football Club means to him and what it's done for his own life, is in his personal development, I would be staggered if Patrick Cripps is not at the Blues next year.
He's 26 years old. He's only played 126 games. The notion that somehow his best football is behind him, I'm not having that for 1 second.